Pantry, and so today we're doing another restoration project, and this one's going to be a really fun one. This piece is in the corner of our family room, and it's kind of a mismatch. There is a big dresser and another nightstand like this, the exact same. It's solid maple and made in the USA. There's no particle board in this piece, but it doesn't have enough grain to do a gel stain on it. And since this piece lives here in the living room, I am going to, and we use it as a mini bookshelf and, you know, some tapes that we have in here for the Wii and that kind of thing. So, you know, this drawer does not come out. I'm going to do the hardware and everything the same way. So I hope this inspires you to check the links below. And today we're using black. We're going to do black on this piece. And the reason I chose that, it's a little bit of a color pop. I've got a couple of items in the room that have black iron on them. And so I want to make that kind of tie in together, if that makes sense at all. And so I'm going to go ahead with the top, and this particular chalk paint is very easy to use. And I've got a nice big brush here. Ooh, I know I had to text the picture to my husband and say, so what do you think? He said, it works for me. And I am going to distress this piece. So not only are we getting a new piece of furniture with a new lease on life here at our house, we are getting a new look for our room. So I love this. And this brush makes this so much easier. I ordered this brush online, way less expensive than buying the designer name brands. And it really makes it easy to get this on in a short amount of time. So basically, we're going through the same processes as we did the last piece that I showed you. And then since I started this project, I actually did a gel stain on a nightstand that came out fantastic. My husband and I just love it. So at the end, I'll show you a picture of that, or a little clip of that. I've still got to put the top coat on it and then put the hardware back on, but I'll be doing a dresser and I'll bring you along for that. So if there's something else you guys would like to see, or if you're doing this, go ahead and leave a comment, share pictures over on my Facebook page, and let everyone see what everybody's doing. I know this inspires us, you know, whenever we're on Pinterest or anything like that, and I don't really go on Pinterest. I should. I'd probably be in trouble though if I did. Okay, so the top's got a nice, even, thin coat, and I will have to come back and do another coat, I'm sure. And when I distress the edges, this will show through. So there you go. I'm going to complete painting, and I'll have to turn it on its side, on its back, and so forth, so I can get everything done correctly. But that's how I'm doing it. All right, guys, I'll be back. So I've got my first coat of chalk paint on here, and I'm going to allow it to dry before I start my distressing. I've still got a couple wet spots. The drawer came out perfect. I'm super happy with how this is coming. If you see any spots that are thin, go ahead and touch them up. But like any other chalk paint, you don't have prep work. The only prep work is to clean it up and start painting. So look at the transformation already. I can't wait to distress it and show my husband. He's excited to see the end result. And we've seen some amazing stuff. One of his clients just finished building a $1.6 million home. And it's just absolutely stunning, gorgeous. But she has done some restoration on pieces that were just unbelievable transformation. One sleigh bed, she did, and it's leather. She did a black distressed and the dresser to match. So absolutely beautiful. So take your imagination and let it run. Look at a piece of furniture that you're kind of tired of and go, what could I do with that and make it better? And I could have done the inside of the box here a different color, but I didn't really want that on this particular piece. I want to leave it black. It's going to pop in the room. And I'm probably going to do a picture frame in here black as well. So that way it ties it together if it makes sense to you. Sometimes just a picture frame and a piece of furniture that kind of match makes it work. So Hope it inspires you to try this. Okay, when I come back to distress, I will bring you along. And this is easy cleanup, water soluble soap and water. That's it. And you're good to go. And if you do happen to get any on the floor or whatever surface you're working on, again, soap and water or mineral spirits, or a denatured alcohol. Super easy to work with. I really, really like it. So exciting. Okay, so I'm only going to distress on the areas where I feel like it's going to get a lot of wear, and maybe not as much distressing as I've done on my last few pieces, but I really enjoy that. I really like that look, so who knows, I might go crazy. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so I've already started some of my distressing, and I don't know if you can see in the camera or not, but very light because there's really only one coat, and anywhere it looked like it was a little bit thin, I went ahead with a second coat. So you're just gonna come across very light. And this is a 100 grit sandpaper. 150, 100's perfect. Just anywhere you think it looks like it might hold wear, go ahead and get your piece distressed. And I want this, I think I want lightly distressed. I don't think I want really big distress marks on this, just because it's such a pretty piece of furniture. And I really want to keep that classy look that it's got. Just changing it, that's all. So see how easy that is? And now the drawer is distressed. We've got a little distressing there. I'm actually going to distress across underneath the drawer here, just a little. Very easy to do, just so it looks like it's had some history. And right here, oh, so pretty. I love this. This is my new favorite piece now. I'm telling you, I'm just falling in love with this technique. So let me bring you down a little bit further and I'll show you what I got going on down. But how cute is this? I'm super excited. I love it. Okay, so let me finish distressing and we'll get to waxing. And I'll let you come in for a close-up and see what I've accomplished so far. This literally has taken no time. Maybe 20 minutes to paint it, and now we're on the distressing. That's a whole maybe 10 minutes. So here's a better close-up of the drawer and just a little bit of distressing that I've done here. And then the top, of course this light might not be really good for this, but I just went around any raised edges and a little bit of extra just in a couple spots. Nothing on the center of the table though. We're gonna leave that alone. All right guys, oh my gosh, I love this piece. And I might do the rest of the bedroom furniture like this. It's just absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna give this a really good long dry, and then we'll start our waxing process, and we're going to antique this. So I'm back and I'm ready to finish waxing. I've already started the waxing process for you guys, and it's super simple. You're taking your clear wax, and I'm not going to antique this. I like the black and the lighter wood showing from underneath, and you're going to apply it, and you want to remove any excess that you might have on the piece while you're applying. And it just, then you're gonna buff it after it sits on there for 20 minutes. You're gonna go ahead and buff it to a high, well, it won't be a high shine. It'll be a subtle shine that you would find on an antique, or what we like to call as vintage furniture. An antique is 130 years or more. Vintage is anything between 30 years and that. So, and then there's vintage looking. No. So we're gonna get all this wax on, get it buffed out, and you wanna use a lint-free cloth. Any detail work that you have, you can stipple that in with a wax brush, and I do have a waxing brush, but I like to get it on with the rag if it's smooth surfaces. And you're gonna find what works for you when you start a project like this. And I guess my advice to everybody would be, don't hesitate to take a piece of furniture that you weren't that fond of anymore and turn it into something that you really love. I hope this inspires you, you guys. I'm gonna get this buffed out, and you won't be able to see from where you're at right now, but oh, it's so nice. And you get the tact feel to it when it's ready to buff. I just put the wax on here, so it's really not ready yet, but in about 20 minutes I'm gonna buff this all out, and I'll have some end shots at the end of my video. And I'm really happy with the way this piece turned out. I hope this inspires you to change something in your house to something new again, and enjoy refurbishing and save yourself some money, because this piece right here cost me less than $3 to restore. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.